The key things homeowners should consider before starting a bathroom remodel is, I would say, the planning and budgeting is the most important thing. You want to get someone out to your house. You want to get some prices. Usually people get about 3, okay? And they pick who they're comfortable with. Okay, at this point is when the work really starts, because the planning and budgeting is everything. Because when we do bathrooms at Davidson and Son, we're trying to give you a 30-year bathroom. So a lot of people don't know what that entails. So we have to guide you on the process. A lot of people, when they have a little bit of inexperience, they look at the price only factor. Okay, but there's a lot more that you have to think about in the process of putting a bathroom together. Price is only one aspect of it. You got 2 different things. You got the cheapest price and the best deal. And knowing the 2 is extremely important. When we do an estimate for someone for a bathroom, we tell them that where you want to spend your money, number 1 is going to be faucets. It's something that you use every single day. You do not want to get cheap faucets. You do not want faucets that drip. You do not want faucets that patina. You do not want faucets that are going to push out rust over a period of time. And I have seen faucets do all of those things, especially the ones in the shower area. The second area where I see people mistake is vanities. They go to a lot of big box stores, and when you go to that's stores such as Home Depot and Lowe's, and when you go to those stores, vanities tend to be built with particle board. Particle board is a material that as soon as water touches it, it expands immediately and starts to fall apart. I try to tell people not to get those vanities, and I send them the only suppliers that have solid plywood vanities. Because when I do a bathroom, I am thinking about the long-term effects of what you're buying, not just how much they cost. The most common mistake is under budgeting. They don't realize that the materials that are going to last cost a little more than going to a big box store. I tend to send people to a tile store to get a higher quality tile. I send people to get a higher quality vanity and the plumbing fixtures. The biggest mistake that I see people make is thinking that they can get the lower quality fixtures in the same job. You can't. It might look new for a period of time, but it's not going to wear well. I help homeowners choose the right materials and finishes for bathrooms by strongly guiding them to the right ones. During the process, I am very opinionated about what materials that you should or should not use. And the reason why is because I truly do care, and I want your bathroom to last a very, very long time. And also, I'm coming to you with 20 years experience, and this has been a long journey for me. Now the opinions that I have today were maybe not the same they were 20 years ago. I did use these other products that I was telling you about 20 years ago, and I visited some of those jobs. And in seeing how the things lasted when you use these lower quality, it really pushed me to help people pick the better quality items so that when I do revisit these bathrooms in 10 years, they still look new. The differences between a basic bathroom upgrade and a full luxury remodels are going to be finishes and amenities, is what it comes down to. Luxury upgrades would be heated floors, heated towel bar, low voltage lighting in the actual shower. Another luxury upgrade will be a steam shower. Those things are the main differences between a basic bathroom upgrade and a luxury bathroom. A basic bathroom, you know, you're just replacing the basic things that are there. So one of the biggest questions I'm asked is, how long is this going to take? Well, obviously that depends on the job. So I'm going to give you 2 different scenarios. Okay, because I would say the biggest bathroom that we do, it's a 5 by 6 by 6 by 5 foot to 6 foot 6 by 8 foot. That is the most size bathrooms fall in that range. Now, a typical bathroom of that size will take us a bench of 5 to 7 days total to do. That is complete gut, putting it back together, changing plumbing, fixing whatever electric we have to do. About 5 to 7 days total. Now, when you go to a bigger size bathroom, which we do a lot of those, let's say that 10 by 12 area. Now, when people do those bathrooms, they tend to change things. So those bathrooms now, right now, if you look at those layouts, they tend to have a shower that backs up to a connecting tub. That tub is usually a soak-in tub, a jacuzzi that's about 40 gallons that no one's ever used. People tend to rip those out and they redesign the bathrooms. We're doing a lot of standalone tubs. And since we're moving items, those particular jobs take about 2 weeks for us to do. And 2 weeks and it's not complete. It's 2 weeks and we have to get glass and that's another 10 days. So I mean, total time in on that project is about 4 weeks. One of the basic features that I think every modern bathroom should have is what we call a niche. I started installing them about 10 years ago and have perfected them over time. You can buy them pre-made or make them. We make them ourselves because through experience, I've learned how to make them and not have them leak. So a niche is essentially just a cutout in the wall where you store your shampoo and things, because I've learned that over the years that most people in the houses that I have, multiple people in the houses, and they have anywhere from 10 to 40 shampoo bottles, depending on the house. So those niches, they really go a long way. Working with Davidson and Son, it is a smooth and stress-free process because of the fact that I bring over 25 years of experience to the table. 25 years of experience means 25 years of learning from mistakes. And when I mean learning from mistakes, it's not making no mistakes again, because I do not like to repeat the same mistake twice. We do anywhere from 70 to 80 bathrooms a year. So I am boasting a lot of bathrooms over my time span, which is really boasting a lot of mistakes that I learned from. The process of getting a bathroom remodel with Davidson and Son is that you would call the office first. They would schedule an appointment for me to come out to take a look at the project. When I am on site, I will ask you a lot of questions. I'm going to ask you about the bathroom, about prior knowledge, how you use it, what your vision is, how you say it. How much really do you think you want to spend on it? Because of the fact that we get to make sure that you have reasonable expectations of what your bathroom remodel is. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people have a very specific vision, and I want to make sure that I'm able to give that specific vision. The biggest concern that most homeowners have about a remodel really varies. I'm going to be honest with you. It varies from homeowner to homeowner. That's one of the things that I've learned over the years, is that everybody has anxieties and they're all different. And you need to learn to be able to pinpoint and see what they are and to deal with them. If you pay attention, people will tell you, and usually their body language. Yeah. So I'd say that top concerns when you're doing a remodel is time and money. I think that's the top concerns about just about anything in life, really, right? As you know, how long is it going to take and how much is it going to cost? If people want to know how much of an inconvenience it's going to be, and really how much it's going to hurt their pocket. You know, that is the biggest thing about a bathroom. A few of the things that I have found out over the years to help customers is that I learned to under-promise, over-deliver. I will not swear that I will bring the moon to you. I'm going to tell you that it's going to take you, if I think a bathroom is going to take 5 to 7 days, I will tell you 7 to 9. I always leave room for error. I actually do that with pricing as well. I assume on every job, something's going to go wrong. Okay, and I always leave a little room in there so that I don't have to come to you with every little issue and charge you more money. So anything that's small that happens in a bathroom job, you don't even know about it generally because I just take care of it. Okay, trends that I see currently in the bathroom industry. One of them I would say is large format tile. Almost every bathroom we do now, people are changing to a larger format tile. What does that mean? Before, if your bathroom was from 1980 or before, even 1990, chances are you had about a tile that was a 4x4, is about this big. There was lots of them, and there's lots of grout. People avoid grout like the plague these days. So the most common tile that we currently do, even in a shower wall, is a 12x24 tile. Okay, so that's one of the biggest trends. Another trend that I see happening, which is very surprising to me, is brushed gold. Brushed gold is back. It's not even coming back, it's back. I've done multiple bathrooms of brushed gold. When I first started my business, all I did was pull out gold, and I didn't think it was coming back, and it's back. Another trend that I see happening is grays were the most popular undertone for the past, I'd say, 5 to 6 years. Slowly but surely, I am seeing natural earth tones come back. A lot of bathrooms that we're doing, people are starting to introduce earth tones again, and they're starting to get sick of gray because that's what happens with certain things. It's trendy. Another trend that I see is, that I had mentioned before, is standalone tubs. We have done a lot of standalone tubs. What is a standalone? Clawfoot. That's a standalone. It's not, there's no walls around it. It can sit in the middle of a bathroom. We've actually recently have done a real clawfoot cast iron tub that cost $9,000. The customer had a custom made, custom painted, all different colors. And we've done one that was $800 and it was plastic and everything in between. So we standalone tubs we're seeing a lot. And another things that I'm seeing is backlit mirrors. This year, there's a major spike in backlit mirrors. We've put a lot of them in even like a regular style bathroom, like a regular 5x8. It's an amenity that people are willing to actually pay for. If a customer came to me and they said that they weren't sure if they were ready for a remodel, I'd have to know exactly what was holding them back. Because if it's a budget reason, you just wait. Don't jump the gun on a bathroom if you're not ready to do it. Okay, most of the time when people are saying they're not ready, it's usually it's one of two things. It's either a budget issue or a timing issue, time and money. So it's usually what it is. You know, they might tell you, we're having a party at this date, and then we're going away this date. So that would be one reason. Okay, that's just a time issue, and we can work that out. But if it's a budget issue, you want to actually just postpone your project and wait and save up to get the bathroom that you truly want. Because there is nothing worse than spending all the money you have and not truly being happy at the end of the project.